Hi, this is Lucy from Safe Place Beds, and we're on holiday. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a full setup of the bed and talk through some of the features of the new batch of beds as well at the same time. So first thing you're going to do is lay your Safe Place bed out on your stationary bed like this, and the next thing you're going to do is blow it up. And if you look at your bed, you'll notice we've left some of the zips open, slightly open for you, about that open. And where we've left the zips open is where your valve is on the inflatable. So look for the zips that are slightly open, and then find the valve, and then you want to get this bit into the valve, like that. And yes, it's tight. So 1, 2, do that for all 4 inflatables. So this end, okay, and then get the thing inflated. And once you've inflated it, go around all 4 inflatables, and there's a little cap that just sits in here and stops any extra air leaking out. So put those in, and again, make sure they're nice and tight. And then close your zips, and there's a little pocket down here that you can put the head of the zip into. So do that on all 4 inflatables. And then next thing to do is to start strapping your Safe Place bed to your stationary bed. And we've now got 6 straps. So there's 2 that go this way, and there's 3, it's 4 that go this way. So 2 go from side to side. And then you've got these 2 extra straps that sit in the middle that are anti-twist straps. The first thing to say about them is they are optional. You don't have to use them. If you do have a child that's really, really active and they put all their weight on one side of the bed, it will stop the other side kind of lifting up. So they can be useful for children that are really active. Although the recommendation to use a bed guard on a single bed still stands. So the way to use these middle straps has 2 ways. The first way is to make a loop. So you've got your clip there and your metal rectangle there, and you make a loop around your slat if you've got a bed with slats. And so that would look, in this instance, would look like this. And it just clips on nicely like that. And then the same on the other side. And then the other thing that you can do with these bits in the middle, if your bed doesn't have slats, is that you can join them together and kind of make one long strap out of them and use it to go from one side of the bed to the other in the same way that you would for this strap or for this strap. So I'll just show you how you put the 2 together, and I've brought extra ones for this. So if you take this crown bit in this hand and this metal bit in this hand and keep your crown there, and then get the metal bit here, then you will be able to join these two clips together like that, and those are not coming apart. And then you can use these like one big long strap to go from side to side in the middle of the bed. So there's two ways you can use the middle straps. And then the next job is the straps on these two sides and on the ends. So what I'm going to do is just clip one on. This is going to involve me being on the floor a bit, and feed it down here and underneath the bed. And up on the other side, like that. And then I'll do the same for this far clip here, which will go to this side here. And then these two, you'll have a strap that goes from here to here, and a strap that goes from here to here. So if you were to look underneath the bed, it would kind of look a bit like that, with 3 straps going that way and 2 straps going that way. And then, because this is going around the narrow part of the bed, I'm just adjusting it before I put it around the bed because it's a little bit easier. So I'm basically getting rid of a whole bunch of this strap, because the straps are about 3 meters long, and in order for the strap to go from here underneath the bed around back the other side, you only need about 1 meter of strap, a bit more. So you need to get rid of a lot of strap. So I've shortened that down to about that long. So that's maybe a bit over 1 meter, 1.50 meters, something like that. It's just going to make life a little bit easier. And then one more strap to go, which is this long one at the back. Right, so you've got all your straps on now, and you need to tighten the whole thing up. And when we say the Safe Place bed needs to be strapped tightly to a stationary bed, we mean tight, super tight. So you can see this. But what you should be able to see here is the strap of the Safe Place bed is really, you can see it kind of pushing the mattress down, and that's the level of tight that you're looking for. And you also want these straps in the middle to be nice and tight as well. And the idea is that once you've got the Safe Place bed really tightly strapped to your stationary bed, the base of it should be really quite flat. You shouldn't have like big puckers and wrinkles in it. So really, really nice and flat and really kind of tight against the mattress as well. And you may need to go around a couple of times and just keep tightening things up until you get to a point where it's all nice and tight. The other thing to notice on these inflatables is they're not like super hard, but they're not soft either. So they kind of sound like this, and you can give them a squidge, but they're not soft, and they should hold their shape really well. So yeah, final thing to do is to put a base protector in the bed, and I've brought along a base protector that I've currently got on its way. They've been manufactured, they're on their way, and it's a really nice one, so I'll get that out. This is it. It's a kind of, not quite sure if it's grey or brown. One of my customers has called this greige, so I'm going to stick with that, with some white stars on it. So it's a good kind of neutral that you can use for boys or girls, and it's there we go. These base protectors will withstand quite a lot of abuse. You can boil wash them if you need to. You can do a hot tumble dry if you need to. You can also air dry them as well, and they do air dry really quickly. What else to tell you? You can wash the cover of this Safe Place bed. You need to remove the inflatables. Make sure all the zip heads are tucked away as far as possible into these little pockets, and that you've got these zips done up. You may also wish to turn the bed inside out, because whatever you're washing is probably on the inside of the bed, so it makes sense to wash the bed inside out so your washing machine can kind of get to the dirt. Starting to lose my voice here. What's the other thing? So this you would wash on a 30-degree delicate cycle, and you can tumble dry it again on a delicate cycle, or you can air dry it, and it air dries really quickly. So if you get that opportunity to do that. And I think that's it. Hopefully that has helped.